What's up, good people? You know what it is. Probably wondering why it's quiet in here. I just saw The Quiet Place, starring my boy Jaimin Hansu. Yeah, I'm kidding, man. Starring Emily Blunt and John Krasinski, who directed the movie, and is married to Emily Blunt in real life, and who plays a married couple on the movie. Wow, great. And starring some badass kids. Let me tell y'all, man. So, this is my movie review and recap on what I just saw. The Quiet Place 2, starring John Krasinski, Emily Blunt, some badass kids, and badass in a good way, as in courageous kids, and my boy Jaimin Hansu. Right? So, and if you saw the movie, you know my boy Jaimin Hansu was the star of the movie. So let's get into it, man. Quiet Place 2 was interesting, man, because the first one was such a great movie. It's an automatic cult classic. I don't know if it won an Oscar, but it should have, just for an original script. When have you ever seen a movie where the monsters, operate by sound and not sight? I just think that concept is so original. The script is so original and so thoughtful that I thought that you couldn't really top that. And so going into it, I had my doubts that it could be topped. But it was a good movie. It was a good movie. I will say that. All in all, I'll tell y'all right out, flat out, it wasn't better than the first one, just based upon what I said earlier. The premise is so original, and to top that, you tend to either do too much or too little. As far as trying to duplicate, what you've already done. And I can't tell you what they did, whether it was too much or too little. I just thought it wasn't quite there. So the beginning of the movie starts off a quiet place, real quiet town. It starts off as day one. So if y'all remember, the first movie started off like day 89. It started off in the middle of the chaos and the monsters taking over, destroying what happened. And in the second one, it kind of gives you a little prequel, a little snippet on how everything began. So it starts off real quiet, and I think it was revealed, I don't know if y'all caught this, but the movie's based in New York, because I don't think it was ever told or ever revealed where exactly they're located at in the first movie, like what town, what state, what city. Hell, are they even in America? You're assuming they're Americans, but it was just never revealed, at least to me. I don't know if I didn't pay attention to see the context clues as to what state or city they were in. And I saw a New York license plate, so I'm like, damn, the setting is New York, so that's interesting. Why the hell is everything got to be in New York? Why the chaos got to start in New York? I don't know, but whatever it is, that's whatever it is. But the fact of the matter is, it starts off very quiet, and it starts off, showing you how everything began. So it's a lot of action in the beginning. I really like how it was shot and how it played out, and how it went from showing you how it started to back to present day. And so I like how it opened up that way and how it was scripted that way. One thing I didn't like, though, throughout the movie and through certain parts, is the inaudibleness of the dialogue. And a lot of scenes I really couldn't hear the characters, and I felt like you didn't get that in the first movie. Like, I know it's a quiet place, and I know for the most time the characters are whispering, but I just felt like, it was a lot of, and you got a lot of, I can't hear what's being said, but I kind of, understand what's going on, so to speak. So I just wish the audible was better in a lot of scenes. But all in all, I really, you know, enjoyed the dialogue or lack of it, because most of it was just action. You can't really be too loud with all these creatures going on. And one thing that I loved in the movie is how the kids grew up. You know, y'all remember she only has 3 kids now, and so you know she has a little baby that she's trying to care for, and she has an older boy and an older girl, and you know, just imagine it, the dichotomy of having a crying baby in a movie and a crying baby in the actual movie theater, man. That pissed me off. So those of y'all that remember what it's like going to movies, the crying babies are still there. They're still there, man. So, you know, if y'all hated that, then don't come back, man. But those crying babies are still there. But I digress, man. But yeah, man, you know, those kids grew up, man. The trajectory of the characters in the movie, how they went from, in my opinion, scared to, you know, full-grown badasses towards the end of the movie. It was a great character growth, great build-up. They really matured. They fought through some amazing obstacles, and to come out, you know, looking like a different person to where they began. I love that trajectory of the character, so I really appreciate Krasinski for that. He definitely kept the same music from the first one, so I felt like the same soundtrack and the same music, same sounds. Yeah, he brought him back. He kept them. So he was like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, no point in making new music. Let's keep the same soundtrack. Because the music really, you know, kind of tells the story, so to speak. And it also changes the timeline of the movie. So the music really, you know, helps transition the movie through time, so to speak, and it does a good job with that. But you know, I just find it interesting that he used the same music from the first one, so that was kind of enlightening. And there's also a great scene with vehicles that I thought this would be a great commercial or great, you know, product placement for Tesla or any type of hybrid vehicle at this point. If y'all seen the movie, y'all know exactly what scene I'm talking about. But you know, nonetheless, I think it was all in all a really good movie. You know, I'll be honest with you, I kind of liked the ending, but I didn't like the ending. You know, it was, you know, kind of questionable, so to speak. And I'm gonna be honest with you, there were some time periods in the movie where I was like, what the hell is going on? Y'all know me. Y'all know my rule. Any movie over 90 minutes, I tend to fall asleep. And I'm not gonna lie, I took a couple naps in the movie, and they weren't like long naps. They were like 1 or 2 minutes. So I feel like I didn't miss much. But when I woke up, I was like, what the hell am I watching? Is this the same movie? Did someone just switch the movie on me while I was asleep? Because I woke up like, who are these people? What are these characters? I feel like it was a totally different plot that I woke up to from what I fell asleep on. And I was just kind of confused as to what they were going on some parts of the movie. Like, you know, I was just kind of confused. You know, some of the characters, like, I was confused on how they knew each other or where they came from originally. There wasn't really an explanation on some of the characters in the movie and as to how they got to this point in the movie. So I just wish that was fleshed out a little bit more. But like I said, man, it's gonna be hard to duplicate such a great movie. Like, that was a really, really great movie from beginning to end. I really enjoyed how it ended. That being the first one, and on the second one, I got mixed emotions. And so, all in all, I'm gonna be honest with you, on a grading scale, I'm gonna give it a C plus. And that might sound harsh. Y'all might not like it. Feel free to comment on it. But I just feel like, you know, all in all, it could have been better. It could have been, you know, a lot better. It's gonna be hard to duplicate that first one, which was like an A plus in my opinion on the report card scale. But you know, with this one, I just really felt like it could have been better. You know, it definitely could have been better. So let me know what y'all think. Feel free to comment. Like I said, let me know y'all's thoughts. Like, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Y'all see it down there? It's in red. Can't miss it. And I'm gonna keep dropping that content, keeping y'all informed, keeping y'all in the know, as Lloyd knows. Come on. And you know, keep checking in with y'all. So this is my way of communicating with y'all. This is my little therapy. This is me venting. This is me just talking my talk. So, you know, appreciate y'all listening and checking in. So if you don't know, now Lloyd knows. Holla at me.